3, 2, 1, go. Hey everybody, I'm PingPong980 and today I'm going to be playing Windlands, all crystal category on hard mode. So, beginning of this game, or a little intro to the game, you're a guardian. It's pretty much what this whole opening cutscene is that they added. What it tells you is the whole kind of lore of the game. You're a guardian that has stumbled across the fallen kingdom or fallen city that you're trying to restore. So, and you do that through the power of the 9 crystals, the 9 blue crystals, and then the 10th final grand crystal, the yellow crystal. So I'm the chosen guardian to restore the power, and I use it by traveling through the lands, collecting all the crystals, and then using my grappling hooks along the way. And my grappling hooks I don't actually start out with, but I will get them. So yeah, so I got the Windlands is the actual name of what I'm trying to restore power to. So that cutscene used to be skippable just by returning the menu and starting the file back up, but you can't do that anymore. So now you gotta watch it, and it makes you run slow in the beginning. So right there adds a lot of time to the run, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's still a fairly short run. And here it looks. So we're in hard mode. So the difference between hard mode, easy mode, and normal is easy mode, you can grapple to anything. So everything you see here, I can cling to. Hard mode, only things I can grapple are the trees and bushes that look like that. So like that too. So those are the only things that I can grapple to. And it's makes hard mode a lot more challenging just because there's a lot less. Normal mode is the same as hard mode in the sense that you can only grapple to bushes and trees, but there's a lot more of them. They're a lot more abundant. In hard mode, it's not at all. So, okay, so that's the tutorial level. So now there's 3 levels. There's the jungle, there's the city, and then the sky is right behind. So what we're going to do is grab the first crystal, which allows us to open up the jungle, double jump, jump up. There we go. Put the crystal in. So we're going to try to time this right. Sling and have it meet us. Okay, nice. Sometimes it's hard to get right. So first crystal, we're gonna go this way. There's 3 crystals in jungle. There's 3 crystals in jungle, 3 in city, and 2 in sky. The first one's up here, right where that blue beam of light is. And then right up here, we're going to pull ourselves to get a little momentum. Grapple on here. Swing over to this one, and we're going to launch ourselves upwards. Jump off the wall. Okay. It's a little tricky, that jump, so sometimes you got to do it twice. And that was a lot better. Awesome. So then I'm going to respawn. Go for this one over here. Give a little wall jump right here. Get a little more length in my jump. A little more air time. Launch upwards. Use this wall to jump. Pull ourselves. So yeah, now this crystal's right up there. Swing real hard on this. Ah, the neck breakers. Get the crystal, darn it. Yeah, so if you're playing standing up on Oculus or Vive, we call them backbreakers. You're playing on the Oculus or Vive seated, we call them neck breakers. So I just had a couple neck breakers right there. Whoops. Deaths are one thing to be expected in hard mode just because there's no recovery. If you miss a jump, you miss a jump and you die. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, you can handle it pretty well. But that's why checkpoints are important in it. Now up here, so the third and last crystal in jungle is way up there, so that's where we're going to be heading. But we're going to get there pretty quick. It'll be fine. The nice thing about this game, you can play it in the Oculus, the Vive, like OS VR, and you can also play it 2D. So people who want to play the game and get it in the community can actually do it without VR equipment. I'm gonna shoot this gap. Oh, I did. Nice. That's a tough gap to shoot, actually, because it's literally nothing to it. But here's wall jump abuse. When you get up to... Oh, I missed that. When you get up to walls, every platform you're on, you can jump off of. So we take advantage of that from jumping on the walls and going into corners and mashing jump a bunch because keep going upwards. Darn it, why is this being so difficult? And you'll see that a lot through the run though, all these wall jumps. There we go, that was a good one. They're really inconsistent just as a whole, all the jumping, all the swinging, it's so precise and easy to mess up that it's a very inconsistent movement based game. And right here there's that jump you see again, the wall jump. I skipped a lot of just annoying jumps. So alright, now we're on here. So a wall jump. And then got the crystal. So we're going to return to the hub and get going. Next is City, which is my actually my favorite level in hard mode. I don't really have a preference for what my favorite is in easy mode, but hard mode definitely, I'd probably say City is my favorite. So see me jumping a lot like I am now. Just when I'm running, I could just be running, I jump instead. It's because you move a lot faster when you're in the air. So jumping just naturally makes you go faster. And you build a lot of momentum faster. So all in all, it's just faster to do when you have the opportunity. So now there's specific checkpoints you're going to be grabbing here in this level. And by specific, I mean we're going to end on a specific checkpoint. All the other ones we're going to grab beforehand, but we're going to get to a special one and then stop. So we'll get there. This run's really neat just for the sheer fact that you're always just soaring through the air, which is really cool to watch. I think, at least. It's a very entertaining run. Oh, nice swing. That was a nice swing. So we're gonna... Oh, we're not gonna make that. Okay. Take it easy then. There we go. That's a little back up there. All these jumps save a lot of time by doing all the wall jumps. We're gonna swing over here. So this is that special checkpoint I was talking about, the one that we need to get, because that's the last checkpoint we're gonna get in this crystal. And then I think it's actually the last checkpoint for this crystal anyway, that we possibly can get. But either way, we're gonna get it. We're gonna continue. The last crystal's right up there. This part's gotta nail it really. Oh, okay. So grab it again. There we go. And then here we go. Crystal 1 for City. You can respawn, and then we're just going to do a little bit of free falling. Because doing this is a lot faster than exiting the hub and then entering back in the level. This is a lot faster this way. Okay, that was a scary jump. But we made it, so we're good. So right up here is the next crystal, way up on that ship, and we got a special way to get there. Instead of taking all the stairs, we use more of an elevator. A very slingshot-like elevator. It's funny, they actually have a whole, like all those stairs that go up to it, but we're going to do this instead. Couple neck breakers, and there we go. So now we're up here. Now we just gotta walk on these floating wooden planks, which are incredibly sketchy. And double jump off this. There we go. Grab the crystal and jump again. This next crystal is really fun. Oh. It's really fun in the sense that I found a skip that makes it much easier. And not even just much easier, just much... I just think it's fun. It's really neat. Takes away a lot of really unreliable jumps that you needed to do to get to it. And that's what this whole game is just unreliable jumps. Which makes it the interesting game that it is. Uh-oh. Will I make that? Yes, I will. That's not even a question. So, gotta go through this whole convoluted thing up there, but instead we're gonna, well, we're gonna go up there, but first we're gonna take a little detour here, go a little different way, use some of the random structures that they just put in more for decoration and just to kind of like fill the atmosphere. We're going to use that to our advantage. I'm going to wall jump. We're going to swing here with 1. So we don't want to launch ourselves, we want to swing. And we can launch ourselves here. Grab the checkpoint, and then we're going to do a bunch of wall jumps up this little crack. And then wall jump up here. And then there's crystal, and we skipped everything over here. So that is a huge time save, like 30, 40 seconds, maybe more, because it was very difficult. Nice. There we go. Grab it, exit area. Exit to hub. Return to hub. I can't speak. And then we're on to the last level, which we're making pretty decent time. We're only in 1 death, which is good. My world record has, it is a little outdated just for the fact that it's, the route is still pretty much the same. Just, it's a lot faster because there's no cutscene and there's no slowing of pace in certain things. There's no, monologues. So, but it is a deathless run. This one has 1 death, which isn't bad because the death wasn't even too much of a big deal. It was at a very bounce backable part, if that makes sense. There we go, that was a much better swing. Grab checkpoint again. Yeah, unfortunately, all checkpoints here we're going to grab, which doesn't, not all of them, but we're going to grab when we can, just for safety reasons. What we used to do in the run, another reason this is slower than the record is than the previous record is because you could return to hub, and when you did that you spawned right outside of the level that you went into, but now they return you to the same spot every time, and it's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Double jump off this rock. Nice. So this is what we used to call the leap, or I used to call it the leap. Kind of like a leap of faith because you never knew if you're actually going to hit it or not, and then the run would, this was literally the run killer. So you used to jump from there to there with nothing to grapple onto. But now instead we just sling ourselves up top here. And then we're just totally past that. We're through it. We're over it. There it is. And it is so much better. I've had runs. Oh, that was not good. I had runs that just absolutely died to that. And it's not fun when you have a run on record pace and one simple jump just kills it. So I was very excited to find a way around that. A little bit of wall jump action. So here, jump off the mast of the boat, grab this checkpoint, and then jump over these rocks, or on these rocks. Oop. We'll go back one. Just kidding, we'll just respawn. It'll be easier, we need the momentum. Because these rocks have a lot of angles to them, like the geometry of them is very, I mean, normal for like a rock, I guess, but for our sake. we need to make sure we have momentum. So we're just going to sling ourselves up here rather than going around on the other island that was right behind us, other little floating island. We're going to do this, grab it, return to hub, and then we got to trek back, but that's fine. It's better than trekking back in the actual level. It's a lot faster doing this. Whoops. Back in it. Now I have one more crystal. There's only 2 crystals in this level. Well, there's 2 blue crystals and the grand crystal, or the main crystal, the final one in the game, which is that yellow thing right up there. That's what indicates end of time. For safety reasons and marathon reasons, we're going to grab all the checkpoints on this one too, because normally we wouldn't, but it's a huge time loss if you don't. If you don't and you die, it's because this one takes a long time to get to. We're going right up there, but gotta go through everything else. So that checkpoint we don't necessarily need to grab because there's another one right up here that's really shouldn't be too hard to get to. Isn't generally, but watch, I'm gonna jinx myself. So in a normal run, what I would do is not go for a checkpoint, and if I died, then get checkpoints. Because the run's pretty much over if I were to die from going for like world record attempts. The run pretty much is dead on a death because current one's kind of outdated anyway, but a deathless run is ideal for world record. So, what am I doing? I got stuck. But we don't want to take a risk, so we're going to go out of our way a little bit. Not really out of our way, but we're going to have to go to the main area once more than we normally would. Just for the fact, because if we die, we're losing a minute. If we're lucky, maybe more. But if we don't die, we save. I mean, pretty much what it comes down to is if we don't get checkpoints when we die, we lose a minute 30 about. If we do get checkpoints and we don't die, the worst is we just gotta return to the area and it loses like 15-20 seconds. Which, I mean, I'm compared to like an ideal world record pace, so those couple seconds are very worth sparing for a marathon run. Just to go slightly safer while still being a little risky. So this is a skip. We're totally doing not what we're supposed to do. We're gonna go through this. It's funny that a talisman is here, or a tablet is here, which generally means, it made me originally think that's how you're supposed to get there, but it's only there because you can get there from, because this is we're now where we're supposed to be, but we got here a much different way than what's intended. Whoops. That's a scary jump right there. So a death there is generally occurs. Lucky if we don't, but if we do, I expect like 1 death there normally. Yeah, hard mode compared to easy mode. Easy mode shows off impressive swinging because I just grappled everything, or more cool looking than impressive, because hard mode is impressive in the sense that you just have so much little to work with. So, whoa, I don't know how that happened. Okay, jump up here. There we go. Now we're up here. Now we're gonna grab the last crystal. Okay, and here it is. We're gonna return to the hub and do one more time. And then we're on the last crystal. Well, the final grand crystal. Hard mode is more impressive. Easy mode is definitely more fast-paced because there's no risk for death for the most part. So hard mode is definitely a cool incentive, in my opinion. It'd be a cool thing as like a donation incentive. Have it originally be easy and then whip out hard mode if met. And then now we're just going to end it right here. And time stops right now. So, cool. We saved 13 seconds. That's actually really cool. So, that's now my current PB for hard mode with the new update. It's about, I think, 4 minutes slower than the world record, which was mine, but that's, like I said before, that's the world record had it been 6-7 months ago. So with all the new updates being the slowdown of time on certain parts, the intro cutscene, and a few other things, it makes it slower. So also had a death, so pretty much the updates add, I think, around 2 minutes or so of slower pace. We died twice, one being not that good of a death, a pretty like 30-second death. So, and we took the safe route too, adding another 30 seconds. So compared to world record, we were like 45 seconds to a minute off if I were to do like the fast strat. So really not too bad overall. So thanks for watching, hope you guys liked it, and thank you again for watching, I guess.